Okay. Hi, it's Barbara again from Ancient Wisdom Trail. Today we're going to share how to get out of the fog and the fog of depression, how to get rid of anger, frustration, and rage, and all the layers of emotion. The underlying factor of anger and frustration is all of the built up emotions of not expressing yourself or admitting how you're feeling over your lifetime, because we were all taught to not feel, to suppress, to be quiet. We were punished if we cried. Some of us are punished if we cried when we're younger and told to be quiet or go in the room. So it's really important to reteach ourselves that it's safe to release our emotions. It's safe to release what we're feeling. It's safe to release all the layers of emotions so that we can breathe. Because with a lot of the frustration, grief, anger, all of the emotions that we go through, it puts heaviness on our chest and can cause heart palpitations, a heavy heart. It can almost feel like a squeezing of the heart chakra here, or it can affect our breathing as well. So I have talked to elders before, and it was shared with me from elders from home and also with many horses. He was the one that guided me to do it. And what he had shared with me was to go in the bush, find a place alone, and you'll find two trees. And he's like, you want to find trees where you can put your arms around. And he says, when you get that and you find that place, he said, you take tobacco out and you put a circle around you. And you ask for protection, that only good spirits that come help you. You ask your ancestors to come help you. Because there's no judgment on the other side, and we need a safe place to talk to someone and to talk to ourselves. And you put tobacco by the trees, and you ask the trees to take all of the negative energy away from you, to bless and purify it, and to not hit anyone out there that you're feeling these feelings towards, whether it's yourself or loved ones or exes or someone that has hurt you or done things to you. And so what you do is you want a healthy place to release it. So you're not hitting them with negative energy, you're not causing them any psychic attacks, and you're not sending any bad medicine. So what you do is in that prayer, you're asking that everything that you're saying be blessed and purified to send back to Mother Earth as healing energy. So it's going to be transformed into something beautiful. And then you ask it to come back to you. Everything that you're sharing, I'm asking it to come back to me as wisdom so I can learn from it and move forward in my life. Because once we get rid of those blocks that are inside of us, it's so much easier to see it with different eyes. Because when we're in it with all of those deep emotions, it's really hard to see clearly, and it feels like there's so much pressure on us. We can relieve ourselves of that. We can get out of the fog. I've done it many, many times since I lost my loved one. So it has helped me get out of it faster so that to release the fog so that I can deal with those layers as they come and the memories as they come. So I'm not angry and frustrated, and I'm not taking it out on people who I truly care about, because we tend to hurt people that are closest to us. So it's important to do lots of self-care in that. So after you put the tobacco down and talk to the trees and do the prayers and ask for your only good spirits to come help you that are of divine love, light, and energy, what I had done was I brought a bottle of water and I brought Kleenex, and I had hooked my arms around the trees, and I said out loud, I feel really silly. It just doesn't seem normal to do this, to release anger, but I need a safe place to do it. So I just started talking, and I just started saying, okay, I have this memory, I'm going to talk about this memory. Okay, I remember I'm mad at this person, they did this to me. I'm mad at myself, I did this to that person. And I just started going to the point where I had maxed out my anger and frustration, and I was screaming and I was yelling and I was crying, and I needed to get it out because I didn't want to hurt my spiritual body anymore, and I didn't want to cause sickness for me down the line, because it manifests into a physical illness, disease, or sickness that will hurt me down the line if I choose not to get rid of it. And after I was done, what had happened was I started gagging, and I had let out some really thick, soapy looking foam that came out of my stomach, and Many horses said to expect that because that's the sickness leaving you that would have manifested down the road. That's the old energy, the old anger that needs to leave your body. So it's okay if that happens. It's okay if you purge. So I had done that, and as I had done it, like when I started talking, it felt like something was trying to stop me from talking and closing. And it's like, I can speak my absolute truth. I need to get this out of my body. And I started pulling. And if I felt something in my kidney area, I pulled it off. Deep breath. Put your hand on the area where you feel it. Pull it off. Keep talking. Keep going. And don't stop until you feel empty. And then once you're done, drink some water, and you drop more tobacco, and you give thanks to Mother Earth and the trees and the forest and your guides and your own spirit and yourself for taking the time to heal yourself. That is a healing process. And the more you do it, the lighter that you feel. And when you're done, if sometimes we have a lifetime of anger and frustration that we've never told anyone or released, our bodies may get tired afterwards. So every time I had released, I felt tired, and I went home and I took a nap, and I made sure I drank lots of fluids, and I took vitamins and minerals to help replenish the chemistry I had lost in the crying, because I cried a lot. So it's important to really take charge of your life. And many horses always said, when you max out your anger and your frustration, you max it right out. You tell it like it is. You don't hold it back. After you max it out to a place where you've never had it before, you can control all of your emotions after that. And it's true. You don't take things so personal. You've gotten out all the ugliness inside of you. And when you see it, you just breathe, I love you. And you become more of a solution-based thinker, where I'm going to send them an energy ball. I'm going to pray for them. I'm going to focus on them and send them white light. So you become more solution-based whenever you see people doing the same things, or you see something that used to upset you or would trigger you. It is amazingly a good healing tool for the self. So it's when you're ready. You'll just know, I have to go, and then you'll go.